del año 86, operadores en el reactor número 4 de Chernobyl en la antigua Unión Soviética hacían una prueba a baja potencia cuando repentinamente esta aumentó sin control. 2 estallidos se produjeron en el reactor a la 1:23 de la mañana. Se estima que liberaron al menos 50 toneladas de combustible nuclear en la atmósfera, el equivalente a 10 bombas de Hiroshima, y dejaron otras 70 toneladas esparcidas en los terrenos de la planta. Un pescador local fue testigo.
Around 1 a.m. I came up the bank of the reservoir. I was fishing at the reservoir that cooled the reactor. Then I heard a loud pop. 4 seconds later, I saw the explosion, and then the smoke that rose 300 meters into the air. At first I thought that it could be the reactor, but I dismissed that notion because we all thought reactors couldn't explode under any circumstances.
Los operadores de la planta también descartaron la idea. Después del estallido reportaron a Moscú que el reactor seguía estando intacto aunque el edificio estaba en llamas. Los bomberos convocados para la extinción no tenían idea de que el fuego fuera altamente radiactivo. Para cuando se dieron cuenta, ya varios de ellos habían recibido dosis letales de radiación. Muchos otros habían recibido dosis suficientemente serias como para ser hospitalizados.
We all knew what nuclear explosions, nuclear accidents could mean. Also, we realized the consequences. We're educated people. We read books, watch films. We know about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We realized that we had already received dangerous doses of radiation. Now we only worried about our families.
Muchas de esas familias vivían en Pripyat, el pueblo más cercano a la planta. Sabían acerca del estallido, pero debido a que los funcionarios en Chernobyl aparentemente juzgaron equivocadamente la seriedad del accidente, nadie dio órdenes de evacuación.
Everything was calm in the city as if nothing had happened. Children were walking around, stores were open and doing business, but the fire was raging on.
Finalmente, 36 horas después del estallido, llegaron autobuses para comenzar a evacuar a más de 100,000 personas de una zona de exclusión de 29 kilómetros alrededor del reactor averiado. Fuera de Chernobyl, muy pocas personas sabían del accidente hasta 2 días después, cuando fueron descubiertas señales de problemas en Escandinavia.
Increased radiation was first detected at this nuclear power plant north of Stockholm. 600 workers were evacuated after one of them set off an alarm while passing through a routine radiation check. Officials thought there was a leak here, but an investigation revealed the plant was clean. Soon, there were reports of higher than usual radiation levels throughout Scandinavia.
Ese mismo día, Moscú finalmente reportó el accidente.
The announcement was terse, unemotional, and came 25 minutes into the hour-long Soviet nightly news. An accident at the Chernobyl atomic power plant, the newsreader said. 1 atomic reactor has been damaged, and then ominously the statement continued, aid is being given to those affected. Chernobyl is a string of 4 nuclear reactors some 80 miles north of the Ukrainian capital of Kiev, an urbanized region believed populated by 2.5 million people.
Moscú mantuvo el hermetismo acerca de los detalles del accidente y reportó únicamente que 2 personas habían muerto y 197 estaban heridas. Estas cifras aumentarían mientras las tripulaciones de los helicópteros del ejército luchaban desesperadamente por extinguir el fuego que continuaba ardiendo.
The Soviets confirmed that they are using helicopters to, in effect, bomb the zone with lead, sand, and the element boron, trying to put out the fire, absorb neutrons, and at least slow the spread of radioactivity. Water reservoirs in the area have been, Moscow now confirms, contaminated.
Para ese entonces, lo que las autoridades estadounidenses sabían sobre el accidente provenía de declaraciones oficiales soviéticas y de las fotografías de satélites. Pasaron casi 4 meses antes de que los soviéticos emitieran un reporte sobre lo que había sucedido.
According to the report, the chief cause of the accident, a series of human errors and one critical mechanical malfunction. The report says the accident was 24 hours in the making and began with the routine shutdown of the reactor. An experiment on the reactor's turbine generator during the shutdown led operators to turn off both the plant's emergency cooling system and the emergency shutdown system. With those 2 systems down, the reactor inexplicably began to heat up. Operators who belatedly realized the trouble then tried the main shutdown system, the insertion of control rods into the reactor core. But at that critical point, only 1/4 of the rods went into place. After that came the explosion.
La precipitación radiactiva resultante del estallido se expandió por toda Europa en cuestión de días.
I'm afraid. I'm worried about it. They should tell us what we can do.
Many West German officials have tried, perhaps too many. In Bavaria, officials warned that windows should be kept closed. In Hesse state, parents were advised to be sure children showered after being out of doors. And in a half-dozen German states, fresh milk has been temporarily withdrawn from the market. In Italy, leafy vegetables are no longer on sale. Radiation levels were lower here, but authorities more cautious. Farmers dumped loads of lettuce after the Department of Health in Rome issued a blanket ban on its sale.
La ansiedad por la precipitación radiactiva era particularmente aguda en Europa Oriental.
Barbara Lipietz, 7 months pregnant and terrified.
I'm afraid to go to hospital and to born the baby. What will be this child?
Meanwhile, she has to feed the 3-year-old. Mrs. Lipietz and millions of other Polish mothers are reluctant to give their kids milk or put a salad on the table, and they wonder whether the meat they're lucky enough to find at the butcher's is really safe. Powdered milk is available on a ration card, but only for youngsters under a year. One woman was close to tears when the grocer told her she couldn't have any. Her boy is 13 months old.
10 días después del accidente, niveles anormales de radiactividad comenzaron a ser medidos en Estados Unidos.
A very slight increase in radioactivity, barely above normal, was detected high in the air over Alaska last weekend. As the cloud was blown over the lower 48, scientists began around-the-clock sampling of air, water, and milk. First results, California, no detectable increase in radiation. Oregon, slightly above normal. Washington State, a bare trace.
I did a quick scan on the water, and it was minimal.
In my opinion, at least, there's no danger from the accident in Russia, at least not in terms of radioactivity in the United States.
Luego de que los expertos rastrearan a la precipitación radiactiva por todo el país, la preocupación del público en Estados Unidos pareció menguar. Esto no era así en Chernobyl, donde continuaban los esfuerzos para sellar el reactor destruido.
It now appears that under tons of sand, lead, and boron, the Chernobyl nuclear plant is still smoldering nearly 2 weeks after it exploded. Scientists now say they're working under the reactor, apparently to prevent the radioactive core from plunging down to groundwater, leading to widespread environmental contamination.
Mientras un grupo de obreros abría un túnel debajo del reactor, otros arriesgaban sus vidas en la superficie tratando de limpiar los restos radiactivos. Los científicos temían que los equipos pesados pudieran hacer colapsar el techo del reactor, así que el trabajo debía ser hecho a mano. Trabajen rápido. Uno carga y dos se llevan los escombros.
It took battalions of the Red Army and 3,500 volunteers from all over the Soviet Union just to clear the radioactive debris from the roof of the reactor. Even wearing protective gear made of lead, each one was allowed to work for 1 minute. Then they left. That's right, 1 minute.
La antigua Unión Soviética admitió la muerte de 31 personas en Chernobyl, pero médicos rusos expertos dijeron que el total podía llegar a las 8,000. El número de personas evacuadas como resultado del accidente eventualmente llegó a las 400,000. Al no poder remover el combustible del reactor dañado, el cual se mantendría radiactivo durante cientos de miles de años, los ingenieros soviéticos decidieron encerrarlo en un sarcófago gigante.
The project is mankind's first ever entombment of what once was a runaway nuclear reactor. The hundreds of workers arriving daily now at the plant are not just building a concrete case. It's more like a cement refrigerator with cooling pipes and heat sensors built in.
Los ingenieros soviéticos diseñaron la estructura más simple y pequeña que pudieron para minimizar la cantidad de tiempo que los obreros estarían expuestos a la radiación. El trabajo tardó 4 meses.
Using remote-controlled bulldozers and cranes and construction workers working just long enough to complete one weld, they constructed a steel and concrete cover right on top of the destroyed reactor. Over 250,000 people involved in the cleanup received a lifetime's dose of radiation.
Muchos de ellos, según expertos médicos soviéticos, desarrollaron problemas de salud que iban desde la fatiga crónica hasta desórdenes sexuales y reproductivos. 4 años después de que el trabajo fuera terminado, el programa 60 Minutos de la cadena CBS visitó el lugar del desastre.
Entire villages have been bulldozed, hosed down, and buried, except for Pripyat. It was one of the largest Soviet cities built in the 20th century. With luxurious, ultra-modern accommodations by Soviet standards, it was home for 45,000 atomic workers and their families. Today, Pripyat is a nuclear ghost town. The only sign of life is the music, piped in continuously to keep the decontamination crews that have to be here from going crazy.
Sin embargo, algunas de las peores áreas de contaminación no estaban en Chernobyl, sino a cientos de kilómetros de distancia en la República de Bielorrusia, donde la tercera parte de la tierra fue contaminada y la quinta parte de ella quedó inutilizable para siempre.
In Brogan, the entire food supply must be shipped in daily from other parts of the country. Even crates of milk carry specially certified seals, giving their origin and date of processing. The food grown locally is too radioactive for the people who live here to consume every day. Too valuable just to throw away. So it's scattered to other parts of the Soviet Union, on the theory that if some people eat radioactive food occasionally, it won't hurt them. The biggest impact will be on the next generation, and on generations yet unborn.
El qué tan serio sería ese impacto fue material de debate científico. La mayor parte de la evidencia era anecdótica.
Hidden in this otherwise idyllic setting is an almost forgotten legacy of a modern nightmare, victims of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. All the children here were born with genetic defects and physical deformities and were abandoned by their parents. 3-year-old Olya Krasovska will never walk. Her legs are only a few inches long. Maya Nikolaevna has worked here for 30 years. Her records show it was never like this before Chernobyl blew up. All of these children because of Chernobyl? In Belarus, thyroid cancer is running rampant in young children.
The rate of thyroid cancer is roughly 100 times what you would expect from spontaneous thyroid cancer, cancer that is not caused by any specifically known cause.
Con respecto al reactor número 4 de Chernobyl, continuó emitiendo niveles de radiación 100 veces por encima de lo normal y el sarcófago que lo rodeaba se deterioraba lentamente.
Because the sarcophagus was built in such a hurry and mostly by remote control, it has started to crumble. It's riddled with holes, some big enough to drive a truck through. Wind whips through the building, and rain is collected in radioactive pools at the bottom of the reactor. Supporting beams are cracked and skewed, and the stability of the roof is uncertain at best.
The Ukrainian environmental minister has said one big snowstorm and the whole thing could come tumbling down, sending 10 tons of radioactive dust that's now trapped inside the sarcophagus, billowing across the countryside.
Estados Unidos y otros países de Occidente han recaudado casi $1.000 millones para ayudar a costear los gastos de construcción de otro sarcófago alrededor del reactor dañado. A cambio le pidieron a Ucrania que desconectara otro reactor idéntico que aún opera en Chernobyl. Grandes reformas han seguido a casi todos los grandes accidentes industriales de finales del siglo XX. Luego de la tragedia de Bhopal en la India, el Congreso aprobó una legislación que exige a las plantas estadounidenses revelar qué químicos utilizan en sus procesos de producción, además de establecer sistemas de advertencia temprana en caso de accidente. El accidente de 3 Mile Island cambió la regulación y el diseño de las plantas nucleares y modernizó el entrenamiento de los operadores. En Europa Oriental se observó detenidamente el diseño básico de los reactores más antiguos que muchos expertos occidentales creyeron inseguros. Como resultado, Lituania y Bielorrusia prometieron desactivar uno de sus reactores más antiguos. Estos tenían el potencial para convertirse en otro Chernobyl. Soy Mike Wallace y esto fue Siglo XX.